Cause I said goodness gracious, my bitch athletic, so I pull up in the hay.
Alright guys, so here's the deal. I recorded this video twice now. One at 3:30 in the morning last night and one today after I got up. And both times Logitech webcam software decided to mess my mic audio up by recording it through my laptop through my webcam. And the second time it really sucks because I got some really good gameplays that I want to show you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play you guys a little montage here while I go grab my coffee and let you guys watch that. It's not going to be as good without my reactions and whatnot, but I still want to share some of that with you guys. And then we're going to get into some live recording that I'm about to record now, but you're seeing it after I recorded it. You know what I mean. So I'm going to play that for you, and then we're going to get into the main video.
A little bit of good old-fashioned flexing. If you fucking with the team, we gon' come and get you, bitch. Teach you something about your girl. Call that shit election. Baby, so smooth, you can check the fucking texture. You might see me pull up in my motherfucking sketch. Got cheddar, you betcha. Get into the cheese like Chester. Got flexing, you betcha. Always in the clean striped sweater. Finesse, you betcha. Might have just piped you incessant. I got Deborah in the Tesla. Too much sauce, got extra. Yeah, I'm posted with your mama and your sister and your motherfucking granny. Feeling so dandy. Then I'm sweet like candy, but I'm a savage.
Straight trash, bro. Get out of here. This is my game, bro. This is my game. I'm out of my game.
You're
Go
out
ahead
of
and back out.
bro.
Back out, my nigga. Back out.
You're not even
This is my
black.
game.
I just fucked your bitch in some Louis V cracks. She couldn't resist, cause I wore them with the socks. Now she won't get off my jock. Had to finesse like I'm Brock. I get that drip from my walk. I got your side bitch on lock. I always roll her flat. Got the herbs with the spices. Stole your girl, that's
Come on, Ben's the only one putting in work on our
pineapple
team, dude.
slices.
The whole team is trash.
Just got my finesse license.
What you mean,
Make
bro?
it real cold like Dyson. Baby selling Tyson. And knock your ass out Mike Tyson. I'm quick like lightning. Bitch thicker than a fucking bison. I cover up the booty with icing. If you fucking with the team, we gon' come and get you. Teach you something about your girl.
Good
Call
game,
that
guys.
shit
I mean,
election.
it was good for us. Wow, one guy on your team had a positive KD.
Bro, what about Ben? What happened to Ben? Garbage ass.
He went positive at least. Come on.
Look at
Three and
go
three is
positive.
still
What are you
positive.
talking about? You
Three and
bitch
three
ass
is still
nigga, bro.
positive.
Swear to God, you are
I did better than your
bitch
whole
made, bro.
team.
You are
I did better
bitch
than your
made.
whole team.
Just remember that. You are.
I remember when I could barely run this game on low settings. Now I can run it at max ultra wide. It's so good, baby. Hello, everyone. It's T. We're playing Modern Warfare 2. We're doing a live commentary. That's taken me back a good couple of years. So this video is going to be two parts today, ladies and gentlemen. Great way to start this off. So this video is kind of going to be about two topics. Today we're going to be talking about Modern Warfare 2 PC in late 2017, possibly early 2018. And then we're going to also talk about the potential of a Modern Warfare 2 remastered and why I wouldn't want it. Now, being the big Modern Warfare 2 enthusiast that I've always been, that might be a little weird, but just stay with me here.
You already know when I flex up, cruising through the comments and we flexing in a Tesla.
So this video was originally going to be my initial reaction to jumping on Modern Warfare 2 PC in late 2017 and seeing how everything was. But apparently this game recently went on sale and it got a whole batch of new players. So I've been playing with almost nothing but new players, except for now we're playing with a bunch of 10 prestige and level 70s, but that wasn't the case for the past week that I've been playing this, which was really nice. And if I go into team deathmatch or free-for-all, there's still a lot of new players, which is really nice. It's like playing in 2009 all over again. I almost said 2017, which is obviously 2017 now. It was pretty nice, to be honest with you. It's really refreshing, feels pretty clean, and if I ran into any hackers, it's been very, very minimal. Like, I'm talking maybe one or two every hour that I play. Ooh, damn. But honestly, I've been having a great time the whole week I've been playing this. I've been playing a little bit here and there, just kind of jumping in to play a few games and whatnot, and it's been pretty good, especially when I'm playing in ultra wide and it just looks really nice. It kind of gives a new refreshing take on it. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but you're probably going to be seeing black bars on these videos on the top and bottom, and that's because there's kind of like this wider field of view, and that's not because I changed it. That's because my actual monitor resolution is wider. See these black bars right here on the loading screen? That's the extra screen real estate I actually have right now, and it's really nice. I remember corner when I could barely play this game. Now I'm running it in ultra wide. It's actually shocked me how old this game is and how well it holds up. I mean, honestly, I don't think any other Call of Duty is going to hold up as well as this one has. It looks great and it runs great. It's just a blast to play on PC in general. The thing about playing this on PC is I always played on third-party servers. I never really played on Steam servers, so I didn't have a whole lot of matchmaking except for when the game was first cracked and it had this matchmaking system. That's going way back. But not only do you have these Steam server options, you have the options of playing on third-party servers. Just the beauty of playing on PC. I'm playing Search and Destroy all wrong, I know. But I don't want to drag onto this too much. Basically, all I can really say is the game's good. If you see it on sale, get it. Especially because you're probably going to be playing with an entirely new batch of players every time this thing goes on sale. So I'm sure it has a lot of life left in it.
Had to say flex like 3 times. Had to go back, say I had to flex 3 times.
So let's go ahead and talk about Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, because I'm sure that's something a lot of people would be looking forward to. I know when there was talks of COD 4 Remastered, people kind of wanted a Modern Warfare 2 Remastered alongside with it. And to give you my stance on Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, all it would take would be one sentence. Look at how they did Modern Warfare Remastered. Now, if you're a new guy coming into Call of Duty, maybe you started out on the PS4, you started out with the newer ones, maybe around Call of Duty Ghosts or whatnot. You may not feel the same way that I do and a lot of other people may do. Activision's just made so many bad decisions for Call of Duty, and I could point out multiple examples all day long. I was never a big Modern Warfare player, but I can tell you right now that the Modern Warfare that I know plays nothing like Modern Warfare Remastered. Like I said, maybe a lot of the guys that never even really touched Modern Warfare and their first time playing it was Modern Warfare Remastered won't really get this, but I can promise you that it's just not the same. And I talked about this before the game actually came out. There's a difference between a remaster and a remake, and I think Modern Warfare Remastered treads that line very finely. And it almost looks like, as far as the multiplayer goes, it looks like they remade it, not remastered it. The campaign looks like it's going to be remastered, but the multiplayer, it looks like that's going to be a remake, if you know what I'm saying. That's what bothers me. It's not COD 4 Remastered, it's COD 4 remade. When the Master Chief Collection of Halo dropped, I'm not a huge Halo guy and I don't know this 110%. They remastered it, they upped the graphics, but it's the exact game. But with COD 4 Remastered, I feel like, as far as the multiplayer goes anyways, it's not going to be the exact same game. It's going to be a remake on a different engine, on the same maps and the same type of playstyle, but it's not going to feel exactly the same. The game just doesn't feel the same, it doesn't look the same, but the easiest thing to point out would be the supply drops. I enjoyed it a little bit, but once they started dropping in the supply drops, just kind of trickling them in there, that absolutely just cut all motivation for me to even play the game. Justin, wake up! Captain Graves has acquired some goods for you in the depot. Don't ask him where they came from. But can I ask where the fuck this guy came from? Who is this guy? Is this fucking free to play now? What's the depot? So this is the new COD 4 update. Now we can spend COD points on Call of Duty 4. God, this stuff looks so free to play, man. It's ridiculous. I just want to throw a little side note in here. The reason I kept comparing this to a free to play back then was because it looked a lot like COD Online. Just go take a look at it and you'll see what I mean. We can talk about the graphics. Modern Warfare doesn't look like Modern Warfare. It looks like a free to play game. They thought that just boosting the colors, oversaturating everything, and just slapping a bunch of skins on it would draw a huge audience and count as a remaster. It just doesn't capture the same feeling. Modern Warfare was dark, it was gritty, it was very straightforward on what it was. And when they put all of this new stuff into Modern Warfare Remastered and made everything look a little bubbly, I don't know how to explain it. You may not be a fan of Modern Warfare's color palette. I wasn't really, because like this game is way more colorful than Modern Warfare, but it set the tone. It gave the game a mood, and Modern Warfare Remastered just didn't have that same mood. I didn't like the way the guns really looked, to be honest, in comparison with the original, but the number one issue I had was that they put new guns into the game. When they put guns into a remaster, it's no longer a remaster in my eyes. And I could be wrong about this, feel free to correct me in the comments if I am, but not only did they add new guns in, they locked them behind supply drops, just like they did in Black Ops 3. It's just so funny that Modern Warfare reminds us of a simpler time when there wasn't supply drops, when there wasn't lock content that you had to buy supply drops for. You didn't have to open 1 million to get a gun. You just had the gun. You reached a certain level and you got that gun. There wasn't a bunch of extra tie-ins to it that encouraged you to spend money. It was just very straightforward. Played the game, you got the gun. You can see at that point, it's not a reskin. It's completely changing the balance of the game. It wasn't something that was originally intended to be there, but it's there. But not only that, but they bundled it in and forced you to buy it. And now what is it? Like a year later, they actually separated the game and made it where you can buy Modern Warfare Remastered itself just to squeeze that little bit of extra money in there. They want to go ahead and maximize all the profits they can get from the game before they move on to the next one. Now that that player base has dwindled down and the hype for the game is gone, now you can buy it solo, sure. I think that just goes to show you everything you need to know about supporting their business practices. They don't care about the game, they don't care about the passion that went into creating any of this, they're just trying to make money. money. Now, the Infinity Ward that we have now is not the same Infinity Ward we had that did Modern Warfare, Modern Warfare 2, and all the games before it. They're not going to have the same level of passion and detail that went into the older games. And I think that, on top of Activision's terrible business practices, is the main reason I would not want a Modern Warfare 2 remastered, because they're not going to treat it with the respect that it deserves of a game of this caliber. I mean, I don't think I need to tell you how great this game is. You probably already know for yourself if you've ever played this for any amount of time. This was really the Call of Duty that I started out on, and it has so much in it that just holds up today. The graphics, the gameplay. People say that this is overpowered, it should have been nerfed, this, that, and the other, but I think that's what makes it great. Everything is overpowered. You can use something and just feel like a god in this game. It's what made the game different. It's what made the game fun. All of its ridiculousness is what made the game actually great. And when they just go to these links to just overbalance and oversimplify things, it just kind of ruins it for me, you know? I don't feel like Modern Warfare itself, to me, had that fun factor that Modern Warfare 2 has, and Modern Warfare 2 is just kind of that sweet spot for me. So I guess to tie this whole thing together, in my opinion, until Activision stops their terrible business practices or isn't the publisher altogether, and until they're able to actually get the original Infinity Ward back on their game, I don't want to see a Modern Warfare 2 remastered, because they're just not going to do it right. I don't have the faith. That's my opinion. You could disagree. You could blindly just be one of the people that just look at the title of the game and the publisher and whatnot and think, oh, they're just going to remaster this game and it's going to be fantastic. No, it's not, because they're going to do shady business practices like supply drops, DLC, and all this other stuff to tie in to split the game from the other people. Overall, I just don't think it'll be a good experience, and I'm not going to support it if they come out with it. That's all I got, guys. Give me your opinion on this and tell me what you think. I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap the video up here. It's been C, and I'm out.